Hey guys, how's it going? So in the background here, you'll see my 2015 Honda Civic Si, and even though it's an awesome car to drive during the summer, it's pretty much the worst car you could drive during the winter. And so in an attempt to make this thing just a little bit better to drive in the snow, I bought a set of winter wheels and winter tires off of TireRack.com. Snow's here, winter's here, it's about time I finally bite the bullet and put these winter wheels and winter tires on the Civic and make it just a little bit better to drive during the winter. Just a little bit better. Alright, so here's all my winter wheels and tires. These are just good old-fashioned steel wheels, and these are specifically winter tires, and they are directional, and I'm going to do the directional tire rotation, so to speak. So the ones that were on the back last year will go on the front, and the ones that were on the front last year will go on the back. Alright, so this one is right front, left front, right rear. I think I screwed this up. So this guy was right front last year, so he's gonna be right rear this year. So if that last one was right rear last year, he'll be right front this year. And if this was right front last year, then this will be right rear this year. And if this guy was left front last year, he'll be left rear this year. So he's going here. And if this guy was left front last year, that's the problem, is I somehow did a double tag. Oh well. And this guy's gonna go here. Now the tools you're going to need for this are breaker bar, tire iron, torque wrench, and of course the lug nuts for the wheels. So before we actually lift the car up, we got to break these lug nuts loose. And so I got my breaker bar here with the socket for my lug nuts. Give this a try. Okay. Alright, there we go. I pull up a wheel seat here and use my tire iron, and I marked which one fits my lug nuts. Start spinning them off. Now the reason I'm doing this outside is because my garage is way too full of crap.
That is an awful mess.
I don't have enough room to get the jacks going, and so I chose a nice and level, even spot of my driveway to do this on. And the other nice thing to point out is that unlike my last video, I think, when it was like 15 degrees and dropping, it is freezing friggin' cold. Today it's like 35, almost 40 degrees. Much better for working outside. Keep this guy from sagging because this one seems to just drop a little bit slowly, so pull up my new wheel seat. Gloves off. Start getting your lug nuts back in place. Alright, gloves back on. Just gonna lightly tighten these guys. And star pattern again. Lightly at first, and then a more serious tightening after that. Feels like he's on there pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna lower him down. All right, wheels are in place, lug nuts have been tightened, and now it's time for the final torque. So I'm gonna set this guy accordingly and start tightening these things down. I'm slowly adjusting this guy upwards, and almost there.
Almost there.
And I think that's about it right there. So tighten him into place, and let's get ready to torque. No, not twerk, torque. All right, and just like before, we're gonna tighten in a star pattern. All right, that's one done. 3 more to go. All right, now that this one's off, I'm gonna mark it where it came from, left front. And take my gloves off so I can rip this off. And there we go. Now I'll know where this came from when I go to put these back on, and I'll know how to rotate them when the time comes. Okay, so same story with the rest of the wheels. So get that ready. Now I'm gonna break these lug nuts loose. Gloves back on because even though it's like 45 or something degrees out, metal is still very cold. And repeat these steps over and over and over again. All right, you guys, I got the wheels and tires on the Civic. I got my tools back in the garage, and I actually had to go inside and take a shower and get dressed because I'm off to a ugly sweater party. 'Tis the season, so now it's getting darker and colder. But before it gets too much darker and too much colder, let's jump in the SI, take a test drive, and see how it feels. All right, you guys, I'm back. I made it to my ugly sweater party. No incidents, no problems, no issues. I really like these wheels and tires. They seem to work really well. They look, well, they're steel wheels, so they don't look all that great, but they look rugged. And I have to say, the car seemed like it handles a little bit better. It's a little more confident. It seems to have better grip. It also seems to be soaking up bumps better too, because these tires are thicker than the low profile ones that came from the factory. And so it seems to just be better traction and a little smoother of a ride. And so, yeah, they came pre-balanced and pre-mounted, of course. And so all I had to do was worry about slicing them out of their packaging and then getting them ready just to throw on the car as is. Yeah, so Tire Rack all the way. And no, this is not a paid product placement. It was awesome. I was just able to go onto Tire Rack and search for a 2015 Honda Civic Si, and they had various packages, and I selected winter, and we got this awesome package. And so, yeah. You'll have to forgive me, my voice is a little hoarse from my wild and crazy ugly sweater Christmas party. There was lots of fun yelling and loud talking going on. So on that note, I'm gonna head in and call it a night. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one.